Good morning, students. Welcome to English class. In this module, we deal with Prose 6 of your English textbook, Vistas. On the Face of It, written by Susan Hill. Part 1. Students, let's discuss about the author. Susan Hill is an English author of fiction and non-fiction works. Her novels include The Woman in Black, The Mist in the Mirror, and I Am the King of the Castle, for which she received the Somerset Maugham Award in 1971. She was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in the 2012 Birthday Honours for services to literature. She had to undergo tragedy early in life. In her semi-autobiographical novel, In the Springtime of the year 1974, she deals with loneliness and isolation as is experienced by Derek in the play On the Face of It. The theme. The play On the Face of It brings out the idea that the people who have any handicap or physical impairment of some kind generally suffer from a sense of loneliness and mental pain. It also talks about how appearances are deceptive and most often we go on dealing with impressions and prejudices about others without caring to know about them actually. Now let's justify the title. On the Face of It is an informal expression used to say that what may seem good, but this opinion may change when you know more about. This definition of the expression should leave us in no doubt about the appropriateness of this title. Mr. Lamb is called Lammy Lamb, and mothers were afraid of sending the children because of his thin leg. Jerry has burnt face and everyone pities him. Only the mother could love that face. Both Mr. Lamb and Jerry have been facing hatred and alienation. Mr. Lamb takes comments lightly. But Jerry does not have the attitude like that of Lamb. Attitude of the people needs to be changed. On the face of it, both suffer from disability, but their attitudes are very different. The title is therefore justified. Introduction to the lesson. The play speaks about two individuals who meet unfortunate odds but develop different attitudes while facing those odds. The two persons are Jerry, a young boy who has a burnt face, and Mr. Lamb, a much older man who lost his limb in a blast. Through the contrast in the outlook of both these survivors, the author tries to create a tale of overcoming odds and seemingly unsurmountable difficulties and retaining hope in the ability to find happiness. The lesson in detail. The story begins with Jerry, a 14-year-old boy strolling into a garden, hoping not to find anyone there. Having suffered an acid injury that burned almost half of his face, he had become reclusive and pessimistic. Therefore, he tended to be isolated, aloof, and avoid interaction with people. However, he was not alone in the garden. Suddenly, a man with a thin leg appeared in front of him and engaged in a conversation with him. Mr. Lamb was completely opposite of Jerry. He had learned to content with his deformity and find meaning in his life. Jerry, on the other hand, was young, angry, and confused. He thought nobody could ever love him because they feared him. He was so self-conscious that he hated his own face and thought only his mother loved him. She only loved him only because he was her son, thought young Jerry. Mr. Lamb narrates his experience. Mr. Lamb said that he also used to think like that, but time heals every wound. He gives an analogy of bees that irritate people with their buzzing, but if one observes and hears them patiently, one will find music in their sounds. Derry confessed that he was disturbed by other people's comments and stares and therefore felt comfortable in seclusion. Mr. Lamb reassures him there are many who are a lot worse than him and can still do whatever he wants. He still had his limbs, eyes, ears, etc. to fulfill all his dreams. Mr. Lamb tells him that after his leg got blown off in a blast, he conquered his own fear. He learned to walk and even climb trees. He welcomes Derry to join him in plucking apples off his trees when or if he comes back. Mr. Lamb encourages Derry. Mr. Lamb tries to encourage Derry to embrace all of his abilities that God had given him and not just focus on his one flaw. He tells him that he lives in a house without curtains and keeps his doors open for others. He wants to be friendly with everyone and advises Derry that hate and anger is worse than any kind of corrosive acid. Derry narrates another incident when he heard his parents talking about his deformity and that they thought he would die with his deformity. This was really tough for Derry to take. Even his relatives thought he at peace in a hospital with other persons with deformities. Mr. Lamb assures Derry that people get tired of talking and staring eventually. He need not concentrate on what they say, rather focus on his own aspirations and abilities. Dear students, hope the first part is clear to you. Based on the discussion that we had so far, answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words. Question number 1. Why is Derry surprised when he climbs over the walls into the garden and suddenly finds an old man talking to him? Why does he feel indignant? Second one, what explanation does the small boy offer for coming into the garden? How does Mr. Lamb react to it? Third, what's the disability that the old man suffers from? How does he cope with it in his daily life? Fourth, I'm not afraid. People are afraid of me, says Derry. What do people think on seeing his face? How do they react then? And the last one, how, according to Derry, does the tin leg not trouble Mr. Lamb? What explanation does the old man offer? Thank you, children. Take care, stay safe and healthy.